And we are live. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hi, everybody. Hi,
Hi.
Tammy. Hi, Carla. Oh my
Hello.
goodness. We are so excited to be here tonight. Lots of stuff to talk about. And also, I want to just introduce Tammy Tamanava. You are from Broomsticks Designs on Etsy. Also, you're an awesome medium and reader and all this stuff. And we know Carla, who's a wonderful medium.
Hello.
And I'm Debbie Duncan from psychicfixes.com. So I do want to introduce everyone really well and say hi before we talk about our sponsor. So Tammy, you're first. Tell everybody a little bit about you.
Hi, so I'm Tamanava, or Tammy, and I'm here in San Diego native. I am a fifth generation tarot reader and pendulum reader, and I run my own small business called Broomsticks, so that's on Facebook, Broomsticks. You can also find me on Etsy at Broomsticks Designs. And I do a whole lot of things. I do bath and body, I make wreaths, I do candles, hair bows. I've been making masks because of COVID, and on and on. So check me out, and if there's something I can do for you, I'd be happy to help.
Awesome. Carla, your turn.
Hello. It's me. You guys all know me. It's me. I'm just, I'm still doing my Saturday readings, looking for other things to do. I'm taking on some different adventures. Friday, I will be joining another group, doing a show on Friday. I'm super excited with Kathy. So I'm super, super duper excited about new adventures popping up, new opportunities, meeting a much, meeting more of my own tribe, as they say, and really having a good time with it. Learning is what it's all about, and sharing, the good stuff. Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, I didn't know this, but I went online and checked my stats, and I had 3,500 online readings that I've done, and a 5-star. I have to 5-star. Thank you, God. And that surprised me. I was like 3,500. Wow, that's awesome. But that's
I'm
just
not surprised.
in one place online. So you guys,
I'm not surprised.
I've been busy.
That's beautiful, Debbie. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was like an awesome thing to see. We want to say hi to Carlos.
Hi, Carlos.
Thank you, Carlos, for the Halloween card. I love you a lot. That was really nice of you. Hi, Sheila. So, oh gosh, October used to be so busy for me, and it's so changed that I'm not down giving tours, ghost tours, and doing cemetery stuff and all of that. Really busy online though, but I do miss all that stuff. So we're talking about hopefully next year we'll be able to get out and do all that kind of fun stuff. It's my hope someday that we will have some kind of gathering where our viewers can come and meet us and go through some tours and stuff. That'd be so. Tammy, you're going to be there too. It's going to be so awesome.
I would love that.
We will. I think we should try to get it done as soon as it's safe. We'll find accommodations and get together, and we'll have our own little convention. It'll be great. It'll be so much fun. Janine's running late, so she's going to try to pop in a little bit later. And she gave me a little message, or I should say it's telepathy, but really it was messenger. So,
nice.
Oh my goodness. I do want to talk a little bit about the sponsor, and a thank you to Teresa Sampson. I did a commercial with her today. It's posted in Psychic Fixes. It's so lovely of her to sponsor the show today for tonight. And I want to tell you that the book that she has been a part of, The Last Breath, and that's the true stories of mediumship, the afterlife, and messages from heaven. 48, I believe she said, mediums got together and all wrote stories for this book.
Wow.
I mean, can you imagine?
Wow.
They're going to give the really good stuff, past, like near-death stuff, messages that were really validated, all kinds of stuff, along with Teresa's in the book with her story as well. So now I'm going to tell you, Lisa Williams, who's one of my most favorite mediums, she reviewed this book. It's just amazing. And also it's an Amazon bestseller. It's won in many categories. So all that information is available, how to get a reading with Teresa, and also all about the book is on our fan page, Psychic Fixes on Facebook, okay? So do look that up. That's amazing. I'm so like, wow.
Awesome.
That they all got together and that was great. We need to start. Four of us.
That's some good stuff right there, man.
Yeah, we have some crazy stories, by the way. Now, we do have to talk about contest because we do want people entered to win. So I just started a little ticker tape down there at the bottom. So if you want to be in to win the autographed picture of Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder, they both signed it. You can do that by letting me know in the comments of any Wednesday show that you have shared, liked, or followed our YouTube or any of our Facebook pages. Carla's page, Tammy's page, my page, okay? Just let us know, and I will put a ticket in. Mr. Skull. He doesn't have too many tickets in there, you guys. So you want to get in. It's a really good odds. Now, every time you do that, you share the show, or in the rest of the month, I will put another ticket in for you. So be in it to win it. Now, let me tell you. Also, we are going to go ahead on the 21st is Haunted Halloween Wars. I've already started. I put a little teaser photo out to some of the people that are participating. Some little chocolate white mice with red eyes.
I saw those, yeah.
So I just saw a little teaser. Kim Shu from Checkered Lily Apothecary won't even tell her assistant what they're making. It's top secret. She's sketching it out. And I'm like, are you kidding? Because I tried to get info from the assistant, right? Because the assistant's my sister.
Nice.
I got nothing.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
I agree. That's cheating.
I can't win. It's my show. We're just going on. My son is my assistant, Stephen Morey, and we have a plan, but we don't get to win. But that's okay.
We're all winners. We're all
winners. Everybody will get a winner, but somebody will get a prize.
Right.
So if you guys, we are going to have a Halloween party. All the mediums that want to come on. We're going to be here in costume, and we're also going to play games. And I'm going to give out at least 6 gift cards and the Johnny Depp picture. So do schedule time for the 28th, 6:30 Pacific time to be here to play some games, to win some gift cards. There'll be e-cards, so I'll send them via email. And we're just going to have fun. We're going to just make this a fun time for sure. So today was a special day. We're going to be talking about Mercury Retrograde because Tammy's going to tell us. But today was Prime Day. Yes.
On time.
Anybody go cuckoo? Because I did. Yes, I did. Unfortunately, I did go a little crazy with it. It's just the way it goes. Lots of stuff. So anyway, I don't need a GoFundMe, but it's pretty close. Well, I have my friend Steve. Hi, Steve. I want to say hi to him watching on YouTube. And Mark, hello, Mark, and my cousin Brett and Julie. Hi, Julie. One of our first fans that we had. Carlos was one of our first fans. Carlos was my first fan mail I ever got.
Yeah, I love Carlos. He's the best.
Okay, Tammy, let's get into this because here we have spooky, full moony October, and we have Mercury Retrograde. I don't know much about that because I don't follow it other than cringe when people write it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you tell everybody about it.
So Mercury retrograde started today, and it goes until about November 3rd. And usually people hear Mercury retrograde and they freak out. Oh my God, everything's going to go wonky and wrong. And yeah, okay, it can happen. So don't be surprised if there's a lot of tension nowadays, or people are short-tempered. Maybe your computer goes a little wonky. They usually say, don't start anything major or new. So house projects, buying a house, buying a car, any of those things, you may want to wait a little bit. But the catch is this: there's balance in everything. So it's not all negative. You can actually use the energy of a Mercury retrograde for positivity. You can actually use it to help you. So I always say, okay, if you're worried about your computer, or any of your electronics going down, well, then now's the time to look at all your systems. When's the last time you did a backup? If you haven't done it, now's the time to do that. You're having these tensions. Well, okay, now's the time to slow down. Expect people to be a little bit more tense. Expect a little bit more of that short temper. How can you temper you? Can you take a step back? When can you count to 10 and breathe before speaking and putting that thought in? A few extra seconds makes all the difference. Now's a great time for creativity, and not just the Halloween decorations, just your general creativity. Are you journaling? Are you painting? Are you dancing? Throw on Monster Mash like Debbie was talking about and go dance throughout your house. Halloween may be canceled, but if Halloween's in your heart, hey, do your thing. Ensure that you are looking at problems in advance so that you can head off a lot of that danger, those problems, those setbacks. This is actually a great time to push through. And as long as you're willing to be patient and accept, you should be fine. So the retrograde isn't anything to be afraid of. And that's often what I hear. People are afraid. And you have to remember, with fear, you can either face it and rise or let it set you back. The choice is yours. So tap into it. Use it well. Use it wisely.
Absolutely.
You know what? We need to start a class and some positive memes on Facebook to show people, hey, you could do it this way, because it's always scary. I'm like, I don't know. Great. Everybody wants to run and hide, shut the door. Oh my gosh, not another thing. And so that's really good because, we set intentions on things, and that really is where we can change the energy and everything go more positive. And we need that. My goodness. The world is crazy this year. And so we need to go ahead and work in any way that we can to make sure that the positivity is put out there in everything that we do. And you were talking about temper, and I'm like, oh, who's got a short temper sometimes? That would be me.
Yeah, well,
we all do.
Yeah.
We're all human.
I guess when it comes to certain things, there's certain things that we have to make sure that we're not stepping out of our comfort zone. There's things that are in our lives where we are able to tolerate to a certain extent, and then we have to come back to ourselves and be like, okay, is this for my best and highest good, or is this for their best, highest good of making my life miserable, or whatever the circumstances may be,
Choose your battles.
Yeah, absolutely. So to me, it's also recognizing where you're comfortable in your own integrity, as well as being true to yourself. Yes. Am I just being pushover, or am I just, it's just one of those things where, you just have to know where you stand and where you are, and what's for your best and highest good. I always say that for yourself, your family, and all of evolution. So
when Tammy was talking about dancing and being creative and stuff, I all my life was zero that stuff. I never was into any art or anything like that. And now though is the time to connect. So to connect to the earth, especially I know the people that are Wiccan, pagans, were, doing all that nice earthy stuff. And I tend to forget to do that, to go outside and trim my rosemary and my thyme, and to work in my sacred space and make my sacred candles and stuff. It's just been so crazy. Plus, we have, 90 and 100-degree heat where we're currently at. So it's been like going outside, I don't think so. But I think it really is important to get out of yourself and get out of the chaos, turn off the news, and go be in nature and go soak up some great vitamin D and do some kind of work, some kind of spiritual work or more meditation or something. We do need to get out of thinking about what's happening all the time. And there's I think a new moon. I don't have my glasses on, but I think there's a new moon coming up. Something's happening Friday. So it's a good time to go out, take a candle outside and light it, and just, set some intentions, to go to heaven or wherever your higher power dwells. And just state what you really want. What would you do, Tammy, if you wanted to do a short little ritual of just bringing positive stuff in? Would you just light a candle? Would you use crystals?
You can. I was always raised where the biggest tool, the greatest tool you have is you, because it's all about your energy and your thought. You will be what you want to become. What you put out, you get back. So for me, the quickest, easiest one is to just sit in peace and breathe and really think about, what do I need? What do I want? Am I ready? Am I ready to do the work? And then I put it out there. I just speak. I just talk to my gods. And, please help me see with clarity. Please let me see the right path. And if the answer is no, let me understand. Because like any other parent, our gods are our mother or our father. And sometimes the answer is no, and then they'll point you in the right direction. So staying open, staying in peace, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, I find it very effective.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So hopefully this month you guys will have fun and everything. I've completely decorated my front yard. It's got the lights, the 3-foot something pumpkin, and inside I have all my witches and all of that. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and film in another part of the house with all my giant witches and stuff, maybe next week. So people might see my apothecary, which is always fun. I've got lots of jars of interesting things. I'm sure I have some stuff you guys don't have. I'm sure you guys have stuff I don't have. So always kind of fun to kind of go through that once in a while and see what I need to add and what to play with. I love playing with all the herbs and all that kind of crazy stuff. It's fun. But the one thing I want to talk about is part of Halloween is spooky, scary stories. And I thought it'd be kind of fun if you viewers have a spooky story, just write a little bit about it in a post. But I thought it might be kind of fun to, kind of tell about some of the things. One of the things I did today was to post a picture of Andy Benson and I wrote a book, the little book of Big Evil, and it's true stories of people that have had encounters with dark entities. But Andy and I had, our encounters, so we went ahead and we did write about them. So my scary story was the hag, one of my scary stories. And a lot of things don't seem scary to me that people would run for the hills. It was just like that dream where a hat man, came up to me and it was scary. But I leaned in and I asked him to communicate with me. And I go, if anybody had that dream or that happened, they would have been gone. They would have been like holy water everywhere. So
Absolutely.
But I was sleeping sometimes when I sleep and or before I sleep, I'll see an entity and they will knock real hard. I mean, bam, on doors and windows or little knocks on the wood and stuff like that. And sometimes you can hear a name, but I'll just look and there'll be, ghost there, just kind of looking at me, just like looking at the side of the bed or whatever. Well, one night I saw like ectoplasm start at the bottom of my bed, and I'm like, well, what's that? And who is that? And so a face came, and I got my psychic alarm went, this is dark. This is evil. And so I went, oh my goodness, this is not good. And then it formed into a face, and it was not happy, this woman. And then I go, I wonder if it could be nice, because I wanted it to be at that point. So it softened, and then it came back to what it really was. And so I said, okay, I'm going to crawl down the bed and put my arm right through her, because I want to see if she's cold or what she'll do. And she froze me. So I was really pissed, because I was up on my elbow just staring at her going, oh, this is really cool. I'm going to go down and get her, And so most people wouldn't want to do that. I don't think they'd want to go down and get her. They'd be the blankets over there. No. But I want to put my hand through her. Then no. I just do that. So I couldn't move. And I was really mad at her. I wasn't scared. I was mad at that point. Like, how dare you freeze me? So what I did was go, if I can maybe make a sound or say a word, maybe she'll go. So I did. I go, what can you say? You're frozen. And out of the side of my mouth, I go, wow. Like that. It's the only thing I could do. And she just went. And it all went gone. It disappeared. And I could move. And I was like, by goodness, I'm going to ward this house. I'm not getting frozen by anything anymore. Yeah. So that was my scary story. Do you guys have a little story?
Wow. That mine is pretty boring. I don't know. What about you? I don't know.
Any encounters with any spirits that surprised you?
I have one. You know how the schools always do those trips around 3rd, 4th grade, where you go down to Old Town San Diego and you go to the Whaley House, and it's always well known that it's a haunted house. Yeah. So I'm in 4th grade, and it's my first time in Old Town. We're all excited, and I'm the last one in line to go up the stairs to go into the house. And I get to the 2nd step, and I hear Mr. Whaley say, "Don't go any further." And I stop. And I'm, of course, you're looking around. Who was that? Nobody's there. And I go to take a step, and you hear him say, "I said, do not go any further." And I just look at my teacher and go, I can't go in. And I was the only student out of the 32 who sat on the steps outside with a teacher's aide while everyone else went and did the tour. Now, that was back when I was 9. I'm 47 now. It still happens. To this day, if I'm in Old Town and I go to the Whaley House, I can walk on the grounds. I've eaten ice cream in the gazebo. I've done all kinds of things. I can't go in the house. I'm not allowed. And the minute I hit that 2nd step, I always hear him. And I can watch him pace back and forth on the balcony and all the things. But we have that firm knowledge of, I told you no. I don't know why it's no, but he won't let me in the house.
Oh my God.
I am not welcome there.
What kind of school takes a bunch of 9-year-olds? That's such a cool school.
That's right. Let's go to the haunted house today. The parents said, okay.
To the freaking pumpkin patch. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I even had a cousin work there.
What did you bring home with you?
I know. I'm like, how curious. Now I want to know why he won't let you in. That is like amazing.
I've taken...
asked him.
Yeah,
I've asked him why. He won't tell me why. I've taken psychic friends with me who are mediums to try and find out. He won't talk to them. My cousin worked in the house and petitioned to him, and he wouldn't answer. But for some reason, the answer is no. I am not allowed in the house.
You are someone that's familiar to him. That's why.
And that's the only thing I can figure, but I can't figure out the connection.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's like taking those kids right out front of that house is the little tags, gravesite, dead body here under the street, under the sidewalk. Right. And then in the back, and here's where they hung everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, who Who signed you up to do it? I want to
And
go.
I think that might be the connection, possibly, because if I walk under the trees, I can feel a rope around my neck.
Oh,
Your bloodline is in there related somewhere. That's why he won't allow you in there.
That must be it. Yeah.
You're somewhere yeah, absolutely. My thing was just when I worked at when I was helping taking care of the elderly, and that gentleman that had passed away, he was a priest that had died. He had rented a room there, and he had passed away. And he would cruise through the house. And that night that he had entered that lady across the hallway from him, and he was walking around the house, after that, I said, you know what, this is way before I got into my whole life purpose, life journey and stuff. And I kept seeing him from the corner of my eye, and it just got very weird. So after that, I said, I gotta go. I quit.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I had a ghost open a heavy drum drawer in my bedroom around 2 a.m. I heard it and mentally told it to stop, and it did. Woke up in the morning to see the drawer was partially open. Well, they moved stuff. I've had a remote go across my room, my living room. I've had a box of crackers sit there and wave at me like this. Things get moved and you can see it, but also they get moved and you try to find it. And that can be crazy. So I know what I do when something's missing. I ask for it to come back. If it doesn't come back, when you're finished with it, bring it back. But I do the St. Anthony prayer, and I say, yeah. And so, like something like, "Dear St. Anthony, please come around, for something is lost and cannot be found. Please bring it back." And then, boop, right in front of me. Hey, hello, thank you. So, I mean, it's crazy. Do you guys have like paranormal activity more than just maybe something talking? Do you have like things move?
Yeah, we do that on occasion. We had a photo once in the house, and my Uncle Joe had just recently passed, and my father moved the photo to a different spot, and Uncle Joe didn't like it. And he let us know because he kept making that photo fall until we put it back in the original spot. And so now every time we go past the photo, we always make sure we say hi to Uncle Joe, and he seems happy with it there.
Oh, yeah. This is interesting. So Christina says, I still have stuff breaking on me. A coffee pot I was holding, a light I was looking at smashed in midair. Weird stuff. I have a friend that she's moved and whatever follows her. And so there's spontaneous fires. There's the cabinets open. So people say, okay, my cabinet's open. Hers open, and then the glasses, like wine glasses, fly out across the kitchen and smash. Little fires, glass breaking, things falling all the time. So she moved again, and then things got a little better, but still something is following her.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've had anything break, that I know of. Not that I could think of, but that the light bulbs blowing up, and going out and everything. Do you guys experience like you gotta always have lots of light bulbs on hand because they all go out?
Ours don't go all the way out, but they'll flicker kind of funny at times. And you always think, oh, it's just because the air conditioner kicked on, or it's this, and then you realize, wait, the air conditioner isn't on. So we have that. We call it the Minahunis, which are the Hawaiian Leprechauns.
Oh, that's right.
So once a month, we are always making sure we're giving them their offerings, because otherwise they're tricksters and they like to mess with you.
What do you give a Mahuni?
The Minahunis, we usually give them a little bit of rum and some coins, and that seems to keep them at bay and keep them happy.
Yes, I was thinking rum would be really good. Rum, I can't remember the properties of rum, but I do use it on some of the tables as an offering when I do a ritual tablescape. But yeah, and you can have, Mahoney's, here we go, to the Mahoney's and have your own little drink.
Yeah, I usually take a little bit for me, and there's a lot for them.
Yeah, the thing about flickering, sometimes I have communicated with it, yes and no questions. And also, it can be your own energy because I walk in the stores and all of a sudden above me it goes, and wherever I go, it's doing that thing. But I remember getting so upset because back in the day, light bulbs, were expensive, and I would have to go buy more and more and more. And I'm going, for goodness sakes, it's not old. I just put that in, or try a
Yeah.
different lamp, and then the bathroom lights, and on and on and on. It's just kind of crazy. But I think that can be, a medium's or psychic person's energy, as well as a spirit. And so, to do the difference, I guess you do what I do: start asking it questions. Like blink if for a yes, and then start asking it some, like, who are you and are you Uncle Joe? Whatever.
Yeah.
And so it starts talking to you. Because I did that with my niece, and it said it was my mother. And when we were sitting there, Kim had a tea bag, and the string was down, and it just went up in the air.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess my mom is okay. Well, yes, I am here. So she's a coffee drinker, so she probably was like, "What is this, tea?"
Oh,
So anyway, there's lots of different things you can do. Are you guys up to doing some short little readings for people?
sure.
You guys, go ahead, and if you have a question, we don't do any health questions, but go ahead and write a post with a little question, and whatever feel like we want to answer that resonates with us, we'll grab it and we'll take some cards. And I have to clean up a little bit here and get ready for that. Um, this is 'tis the season for doing readings. This is my beginning of my season. October, and I run like crazy through February because everybody wants to know what's happening ahead. But I'm finding I'm getting a lot of people ordering year readings. They want to know what's going to happen in a year. So it is. Halloween radio. You know what? I've been doing. I listen to Halloween music on my device year round, and I listen to Christmas music, and I have Halloween stuff and Christmas stuff up year round. So I'm a little different. I tell people whatever makes you happy, and in this year, I played a lot of Christmas music because I'm working so much, and if I get a break, I have to have something happy because I do watch the news. I do super careful about what's going on. And a little prediction here, and maybe you guys can chime in. I really want you guys to I've said it since July when I got my turkey and my ham. If you want Christmas food or holiday food, would you go get it ordered? But do still prepare. We're not finished, okay? We're not finished. My predictions always said I'm worried about mid to end of November, but also to January. Please be prepared to go through the spring of 2021. Okay, that's how my feeling is and what I've seen. Do you guys have anything to chime in about?
No,
I agree.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so yeah. I mean, whatever makes people
Get your toilet paper.
I mean, whatever. I mean, you guys have to gauge it. You guys know what you guys need and what you don't need. I mean, when it all happened, people went out and bought I don't know how many gajillions of toilet paper, and now they're stuck with it, right? I mean, there's other people in the world. Let's think of other people as well, and let's stay safe. But at the same time,
Don't panic. Don't panic buy.
Yeah.
Because I do see that happening coming up. So, I'm really worried about from mid-November to January. So do have what you need. Do make sure that you have what you want for your holidays that you celebrate. Okay. So got my glasses now. Oh, look, I can see people. Can anybody here see who people's guides are? Christina wants to know. I don't do that. I have a friend that does and tells you their names and where they're standing, but I do, and the whole 9 yards. But I don't get that. No, Christina, we'll have to get a guest on that can do that. But past life, I do past lives when I'm in the room with the person, and then it's crazy nuts. And I haven't tried it long distance. And I'm sure you can do it. I just haven't tried it. Because what happens to me when I start getting close to someone, then they come out of the past and I see them. Like I see them. And then I can describe them, and then I get their name, and then I get a number that floats, and that's how old they were when they died. And then I can tell you where at time-wise the life was, and then I validate something in this lifetime, something in the past life. And so, but I'm always near somebody, and I don't have to touch them. At first, I thought I had to touch them, like, how do I do this? Give me your hand. And then I go, if I can just slide in to their energy, then they come up sometimes in black and white, sometimes still photos and movies, and then sometimes in this wonderful color. So, Christina, we could try Zoom. I'm into practice to see how that will go, because I don't want to do them unless I validate, and I know that when I'm with someone, oh my goodness, it's like crazy validation. And so it's amazing. And I guess, we learn things from ourselves, what we're carrying from the past. Do you guys feel like you have a hobby now that's connected to a past life? Carla, do you feel like you do something now?
Yeah. So well, pretty much what I'm doing right now, like the healer, the shaman, the different, like the healing, the guide, those kind of things. Pretty much what I was doing back then.
Mm-hmm. Tammy, what about you?
Yeah, same. There's a bumper sticker that says, "Yeah, I believe in past lives, and I was a witch then too." And it's like, yeah, that's true. That's me. The stones, the crystals, the things I've known from childhood where the elders didn't teach it, but I knew it. That's got to be a carryover.
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. When it comes naturally, there's a lot of things that I do, and then I go, somebody will say, like, how did you learn to do that? And I'm like, which is in my head. Yeah. It's just, isn't that common sense? Wouldn't anybody do it this way? And then I go, oh, I guess not. I haven't really thought about past lives for myself. But my past lives, except for one person that I saw as a shaman, I get things like, oh, you were a geologist. And indeed, they are into that. Or you really had affinity for a piece of clothing, socks. Yes. Yeah. I'm crazy about them. So it wasn't like I saw you, being a governor or a queen or anything. I don't get those, because doesn't everybody want to be the queen or the princess or, something?
I don't want the drama.
Yeah.
Possibly, people meet me, and I don't know if it happens with you. Do you guys ever have somebody come and meet you and say, we had a past life together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? And I'm going, gee, I don't remember that, but okay. But yeah. Totally, I have had 2 people come and tell me the whole thing. And it's always like we were a witch and we got drowned or hung or burned or something. And we've got a love question. Let me see. Show. Oops. Wait a minute.
All the time, Carlos. All the time.
That moved. There we go. Love life. Let's do that. Let's connect. I'm going to go ahead and connect, and I can go first, but if somebody gets something, go ahead, okay? Me and my cards, they take a little time. What I usually ask is if you are single. Are you single or in a relationship? Hi, Chris.
I know, I just saw her. Hi.
Okay. Okay, love life.
I had 3 buzzwords come up from my cards in regards to this. So my suspicion is that there's a lack of trust in others and in the self. So kind of a fear of success and a fear of failure. And also there's a question mark about listening. So are you listening to your own needs? Are you listening to what you need for you to have a positive love life? And in addition to that, are you listening to others? So if you are with a partner of some kind, are you really listening to them? Are you hearing them? Are you listening to the mood and the meaning of the words, or are things kind of falling flat? And if you're by yourself, then are you listening to yourself? Are you really listening to what you need? Or are you going along with things like tradition, where you have this belief of, I need to be with this type of person because that's what I was told? So it's kind of like a time to trust yourself and sort things out before you go forward.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, so I think I knocked our names out. There's no names under us anymore. I do want to tell you this, that I do have somebody that will be coming in the future for you. It's going to be a while, and actually, this person has a money theme. So I feel like this is really positive financially for you as well. I want to tell you the first card down is the card of getting counseling and advice. And if you have decisions to make, this is a good way for you to do that. All right. You are multi-skilled. You're going to be using those great skills in the future. I get coming home success in the past, which is usually my success in the home or working from home. Now, I don't want you to have any fears about your love life because there is somebody coming in. I think that you just kind of go with the flow, with type of thing when we're looking at love. So sometimes you have to go looking. I get the Hangman card, so I do feel like that you might encounter someone that you had a past life with. All right. I get it protecting the heart. Like I got hurt once, I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again. So it's okay to do that, to be guarded and watchful, but sometimes we do have to be open for love to come in. I get that you're going to get your desires and reach your goals. I get this great card of the world where you make a change for the better in your home, career, and everything. So it does say you'll get your desire. I do get that the card of receiving your reward. So this person is coming in, but it definitely shows me the future, right?
Definitely.
There we go. There we go. Trusting. All right. That was fun. Anybody else have something?
Okay, can I just say something?
Oh yes, Carla. Sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Well, there was like a little space, so I thought, oh, okay.
Oh no worries, no worries.
Oh, thank you.
So the only thing that the one thing that I got was that you have to actually really know what you want at the same time, though. You have to jot down. I mean, even if you have to write it down, like what are your wants and your needs? Because the energy that you're actually putting out is a lot different than what you're actually looking for. And when you actually are looking for what you like, you're kind of like there. I see you. You're like, okay, it's going good. Do I trust it? Do I go with it? And then you're like, no, it's just going to fail. So then you're just like, forget it. You just kind of drop it. It's like you're working up all this energy to get to that point. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, no, it's wrong. There you are. No, I'm good. And then, but just know just find out exactly what you really, really want and then move forward and put that energy out there. And you'd be surprised how many people come around. They just come out looking for you and you don't have to look.
That's awesome. Carla, I love always because I get to watch your shows on Saturdays. And do you have a new time for your show?
Oh yes, I do. I go on I change it from 5 p.m. I change it to 1 p.m. now, so I'll be on earlier. So
I'm
not chasing the sun.
No, yeah, that's cute. Hi, Carlos. Carlos, do you have a question for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. We always love to look into all these great things that you're doing. Okay, so yeah, I love the advice that you give, and it's so awesome to. It's just like we can tell when Tammy talks too, how this wisdom, kind of old soul wisdom and advice comes out, and how to do stuff and everything. It's so natural for you guys to do that. And I think it's awesome.
You're welcome.
It's okay. Is everybody timid or what? YouTube is rocking because they asked a question.
Yeah. You're welcome, Ranka Marks. Yeah, it's funny because I had heard on somewhere somebody had said that when somebody calls you an old soul, it's not necessarily that you're super wise. You just had to repeat that same lesson over and over again more than the usual person. But I like to think of it as old soul.
You get I remember my mother saying, now my mother was a cook at a spiritualist camp. It was called Harmony Grove. And my great aunt cooked before her there. So I was used to when I was young going there. But she did say, I don't want to come back. I'm done. This was enough for me. I don't want to ever come back again. And I have a very, very good friend that's a really great medium. And she keeps telling me, I got so many more to go or something. And she'll tell me the number. And I'm like, don't want to hear that. Oh my God. When do you get to be on the other side and okay, I think I'll just, have a little drink and lay in the sun today or something. Instead, it's I got to go to work. What do you mean I got to go down there again? I don't want to do that.
I love Harmony Grove. Dude, I was so scared when I went out there a couple of times.
Let me tell you about the seance. My first seance, not my first seance. Definitely as a teenager, I had a seance with my friend who is a very strong Wiccan. And we didn't know what we were doing. She got possessed and had light up red eyes, and I couldn't get her out of it. And I was like, what the heck were you doing? Of course we had a Ouija board.
Oh my gosh.
But I went to Harmony Grove as a teenager, and I wanted to go, oh, how fun. The people we really want to get scared. And so, yeah, you do until you get scared.
Yeah, that's what you asked for.
Yeah.
And so I went there, and it was they had the cinder block houses there, right? And then they had the big chair with the curtain and parted, and then everybody was in a circle around, and you were allowed to go check everything for cameras or for lights or for whatever in the room. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I took my boyfriend, and we sat there, and then they freaking turned all the lights out. I go, wait a minute. It's dark. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then the energy started going, and there was supposed to be no wind in there. The wind was whipping around, and I'm going, oh my gosh. And the boyfriend's laughing. And then people were just saying what they see. I see a turkey. I see a turkey out there. And I'm going, what? Turkey? And then something tugged on my pant leg. And they said, there's a spirit dog. And I'm going, okay, what's going on? And so I really took my head, and I went to the boyfriend, and I buried my head. I'm like, this is friggin' it.
Yeah,
and then this lady, she's 80 some years old, and she starts going, this voice of a man on 2 microphones, and he's an Indian. And you're just coming out of her mouth. And I'm like, no. Yeah. Things started getting lighter, and you could see stuff running around. I just was the ostrich thing. I'm just no. And my boyfriend's laughing and laughing. And when it was over, I said, okay, done. It was so done when that lady got that man's voice coming out. I was like, no,
Mm-mm.
nope.
They're
No.
old school. They're old school out there too. They're old, like that land out there. Just when I walk on it, it's like you're not on Earth or something. You feel from another. Keith and I went there last year, and it was like, holy moly! I mean, the people are great. There's just something about the land. And also, I remember as a child, in high school as well, we knew about, people would talk about the stories about, the white lady out there, the white lady in the white dress and the spirit and all that. And I can guarantee you right now, people are out there cruising around, doing stupid stuff right now, trying to find, the white lady. And they find her. They find her out there. And they get spooked. People go out there and do stupid stuff. And like,
don't we all have white ladies? I grew up in the East County, and we had a white lady, and stuff. I didn't ever see her, but people said they did.
I never did, but you know that there's something. Well, because they had those fires. Remember, they had the fires out there.
Yes, they did.
A lot of stuff out. Rebuilt. But I mean, we haven't been out there for a minute, but it's like just driving there. I'm like, whoa. I feel it's a whole. It's like a
Elfin Forest.
Yeah, it's like
what a great name.
Yeah, it's like a portal. It's a whole other world.
Oh yeah. Back in the day, I would go have readings, go to the church. I remember a medium being on stage, and there was a big picture of Jesus on the wall. And here's this medium walking in and doing messages, and then she grabbed her neck, and she couldn't breathe, like she was being choked.
Yeah.
And it went on, and we're like, what's going on? Somebody do something. I was, a kid. And then she said that they want to, remember Andy always says the mouth of the soul is in the back. And she just says they're trying to speak. Yeah. So they go to where you speak. And it's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay. It's not okay.
That's weird.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Carlos, the white lady is a lady who is looking for her kids, and that's why she can never rest. It's kind of like La Llorona for Mexicans, for Hispanic heritage. It's like
she walks the night.
And isn't it kind of similar, like her kids drowned? It's kind of like a different, like the same kind of story, but they call her the white lady. She's just like walking in a white dress.
She's just like a spirit and all in white and walks.
Yeah. And she's looking for her kids, and she doesn't like when people go to certain areas and disturb her while she's looking for her kids.
Well, back in the day was a lot of fun going out there, because you'd just be in the cafe and a medium would go staring at you, and you're going, hello, and they go, oh my gosh, your aura, the purples everywhere going all the way around your head, and it's like,
that's a hot spot. Cool. That's a hot spot. And when they look at you, you're kind of like, okay, when you're like stepping into your gifts, you're barely learning who you are, and they're like seeing all your guides, and it's a hot spot, man. If you want to learn stuff, most definitely, it's awesome. But
to get a reading was $5.
They still do that, Debbie. They still do it. It's like $20 maybe or whatever, or a donation.
Yeah. Lori, a great medium and healer, Lori Brainerd in North County, San Diego. She is out there, and they do readings. They have a psychic fair the first Saturday of every month.
Yes, yeah. They're on Meetup as well.
Yeah, do see Lori if you guys go out there.
It's beautiful. Yeah, they're on Meetup too. I don't know if we're allowed to promote them, but
yeah, I haven't been there since I was probably 20. It was like I ended up moving, and then when I came back, and then they had the fire, and I just figured it was all gone, or I didn't know it was there, and I should go out there again. But you know what? There's places that really can get to you, the energy, and that's one of them. And so, you really have to, here, Carlos, there she wants to get that in.
Yeah, have you heard, Carlos, I'm sorry.
Didn't they just have a movie? They just have a movie.
Yeah, the movie didn't do it any justice, though. The movie wasn't,
I don't know it.
La Llorona?
Yeah.
La Llorona is the woman that drowned her kids.
Oh, shoot.
I think it was because of a man, wasn't it? She was not able to.
I think it is.
It was because of a man, and he denied his children or something, and she killed him, and then she comes after people's kids. It's a very well-known. I don't know if you want to call it a curse or it's a well-known in the Hispanic community. La Llorona, they say, because you hear these.
Do they still see her? Do the people still see her?
Yeah.
Really? Oh boy, she's a bad one.
She's wearing like the white lady is like the white lady is more of somebody that I think that was supposed to get married or committed. It had something to do with the man. It's kind of like a similarity, but La Llorona was she did kill her children because the man, whatever. I don't know the full. I mean, they know some people say different stories. Some people, but it's a very sad situation, and so she's continuously looking for her children, and she does affect little children.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I think a lot of tales come out of truth.
Yeah.
Somebody sees something, and we expect October to have the thinner veil and to be able to communicate. So this time, if you guys viewers want to talk to the other side, make sure you're safe. All of us are available for you guys to private message if you have a question about things. If you hear something, you think you have a message or anything, or just have a question about, I would like a little bit more protection out there, that just let us know. I'm going to put on the calendar, Carla and Tammy, a day that I'm going to come on and talk about, protective magic and defensive magic.
Yeah.
Maybe closer to the Halloween show. And because I think it's important to, especially that we've got the Day of the Dead coming up, we have Halloween, All Hallows Eve. We want to make sure that we have defensive magic going into place in case you just don't want something happening.
Right.
Well, I think a lot of it too is because I actually signed many different I don't know what you want to call them, petitions, that kind of thing. And recently there's been a lot of animal sacrifices going on.
Oh, man.
And I know people are dabbling in things. I go, okay, this is my deal. I go to different places. I go anywhere that I go, and I can smell and I can sense that somebody's done something absolutely stupid there. Ouija board, doing, making pentagrams or doing whatever they're doing. Because the energy is very wonky and it's very offsetting and it's very uncomfortable. Now, for those that are not spiritually sensitive like us on the show, and those, that are out there watching, this creates a huge, a lot of unneeded stuff that a lot of people that, even that, like I said, the sensitives may not even feel it, but it's affecting them as well. And when I look at things like this, I always stop and I think that, how is this affecting children? Because children are innocent. They are completely just angelic in every single form. Now, how is this affecting the young ones?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is what people don't think about. It affects us as practitioners. We are able to help ourselves, protect ourselves. But what is it doing to the young ones? Now, this stuff is what I'm on my soapbox right now, because this is what people don't realize. You get a Ouija board, you open up something, and like that park, you open up, people go to different places with their families, and they just do things because they think it's cool or whatever. They're trying to do whatever they're trying to do. But it's the young ones that are also affected. And this is how things grab onto young ones. And how do you help them when you don't know?
Yeah.
So that's my spiel.
Look at that Pioneer Park where the bodies are.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's go swing. Time to
Parents
go play.
take their children there. They
Yeah.
are playing on hollow ground where people open up things they have no business opening up. And it's right next to a school.
Right.
Lady T's on, Tisha. Tisha, you got it right, because a lot of people will, especially young girls, I'm going to say that, go, well, I want to be a witch, and let's get a book, or let's just do whatever, and they don't know what they're doing. And that's when I talk to people. I said, you really need a mentor, and it's so important. I know Scott Cunningham's book, Solitary Practitioner. A lot of people take that. So that's a good guide. But the fact is, there's so many things that a mentor can tell you. And join a group or get a mentor that's willing to do it. A lot of times, like, I'm iffy on this, because if I'm teaching someone, mentoring someone, and they do something they shouldn't do, whose fault is it?
Right.
So,
So the fact is that it really is dangerous. And Janine, she's not going to be able to make it in today, but she has seen, like, sacrifice squirrel and stuff, somewhere. She's got those, stories, and you just go, what the heck is wrong with people? And so the dabbling is dangerous. And why? Carlos can tell you, because the horror shows, the scary shows that say this is really cool, because these are really hot actresses that were in it, and I want to go do that. And it'll scare us, or we'll conjure something. Well, yeah, you're going to conjure something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not
consequence.
Yeah, not good. Thank you, Lady T, for that. Tisha is a dream interpreter, and look her up. She is on Facebook and all of that. Tisha, put your link in for everybody to see.
Yeah.
I don't know that I saw anybody said that they liked, followed, or shared the show to put a ticket in for anybody. And this is what Carlos is going to do for Halloween Eve. Sage the whole house.
Brother, I would have started in, I would have
blame you.
in January.
How much sage do you have, Carlos? I mean, really, this is awesome. So, and one of the things we'll do on that show, and if you guys want to be on the show with me, that'd be great, is just tell you, like, alternatives. If you don't have sage, allergic to sage, don't want to make a fire in your house, we can tell you all the ways that you can clear without doing any of that stuff. Like, I've got bells.
Definitely.
You can clap, and there's awesome. I'll just tell you right now, Carlos, get Our God Reigns Here by John Waller and blast it in the corners in your closet and stuff, okay? Nothing's going to be in your house after you do that song. I'm telling you.
They don't like
that. Oh my goodness, look at the time. This was fun. Thank you so much. I had a great time. Everybody,
thank you.
Please like Carla Fishinghawk. Carla, your Gypsy Rose and the Crone is your Facebook page?
Yes.
Right? It's in our post, but go like it, follow, all those good things. And Tammy, you have Broomsticks on Facebook. You have Broomsticks Designs on Etsy shop. Go check that out. I go look at your stuff all the time. I got like wish lists, but today was Prime Day, so I'll have an Etsy day.
Your husband's gonna hide your mouth.
Oh gosh. Okay. heavenandearthconnect.com.
Debbie, I said your husband's gonna hide your mouse.
Uh-huh.
To keep
in
you
your
from
wallet.
ordering.
Oh yeah, you know that laptops apps. I've got an app, and that's where I buy from.
He's gonna hide your phone.
But I didn't really even get any spiritual type of stuff. I love electronics. I'm such a geek with that. So I know it's like, do you really need 3 Amazon shows?
Why not?
7 flexes. I just go, I'm going to give them away,
Yeah, 3 is a good number. 3 is, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. 3 is a good divination number.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm going to have at least, wait a minute. 4. Sorry, I already have two, and I bought two.
Roll over. I love it.
I'm
Good night.
giving one away. I'm giving a flex away. So, all right, you guys, we're gonna go. You guys stay on, and thank you guys. We will see you Friday. Free readings, Carla. Are you in for free readings on Friday?
I'm down.
All right, we'll be free readings for you. So we'll see you. I think it's 2 or 3 p.m. Friday, something like that. Check out our events.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bye, Brett.
Bye, Brett. You're so funny.
Applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce. Goodbye. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.